Hello everybody, this is an astrological forecast for Sagittarius for October of 2013. This also applies if you have a Sagittarius ascendant. So my dear Sagittarius, there's going to be a big focus on your finances, your income, your earnings this month, especially as we've got this grand cross appearing in the heavens again. You're very aware of Pluto square Uranus that I've been talking about, but we've also got everything squaring up, making what is known astrologically as this very powerful grand cross. And where it's affecting you most is particularly in your financial houses. It's connected with Pluto, you taking more power in your financial situation, trying not to get into debt, and if you are in debt, trying to pay that off. Then there's a certain pull maybe from somebody wanting you to invest in something, wanting you to pay for something, wanting you to do something financially, and maybe you feel that it's just too much for you. So there's going to be a real pull for you, also many of you needing to start your own business. Maybe it's been difficult financially lately and you can't find a permanent job. This Uranus opposite the Sun here, from your 5th to your 11th house, would indicate that maybe you need to try to be self-employed, or at least to create some kind of a part-time income outside of depending on an employer to employ you. What's happening on the 5th of this month, 5th, is a new moon in Libra, and it joins the Sun there in your 11th house. So Sagittarius, this is a wonderful time for meeting new friends, new people, new connections. It's also a great time for thinking about your dreams and your wishes. What are your new dreams and wishes as we come now towards the fall of the year? We're coming into a different chapter. There'll be a lunar eclipse coming up later in the month, which I'll be talking about. But this is a wonderful time for thinking about your goals, your dreams, your wishes, your friends, your friendships, your connections with people. Also a good time to think about your place in this wide world. What is it that you have that's unique, that you want to contribute? But it's certainly going to be a good time for making new friends and maybe joining an organisation, and also a very good time for teamwork, working in teams, working with other people. Now, we've got Venus for the first week of the month in your 12th house, and a lot going on in this 12th house. So Sagittarius, it's very important that you take time out for some quiet time. Yes, I know you're busy and there's a lot going on. You're a fire sign. You like to be active. So when I say that it's important to take this time out, this is you working on your subconscious, the things that you have not been very aware of. For example, maybe a destructive behavior pattern that you keep going into. Maybe you have an obsessive pattern where you obsess about somebody or something, and then that doesn't make you very happy at the end of the day. So this Venus here, though, for the first week of the month is helping you. It's a help to help you be peaceful, be quiet, to meditate, maybe to go into nature. It's just a wonderful time also for journaling, for writing down your emotions, for getting things out of your system. Very good time. Now then, on the 8th of the month, Venus comes into your sign, Sagittarius, in your 1st house. Lovely time for you. You'll be extra charming. People will like you more. They'll warm to your ideas, things that you want to discuss, things that you want to suggest to get. It's also very good for negotiations. It's also very good for doing something nice for yourself. It gives you a gentler perception. People perceive you as being gentle and conciliatory. So a very good time to get your hair done, get yourself something nice to wear, just something nice that makes you feel good with that Venus in your sign. And also it can bring love into your life. Love in many different ways, an intimate love, but also love of people around you. Now, we've got Mars in your 9th house for the first 2 weeks of the month. And Mars in the 9th is all about travel. Some of you might be travelling, arranging a trip, going off somewhere exciting. It's also very good for learning, for signing up for a course, for teaching, for sharing information. It's also good for any kind of spiritual development. A lot of spiritual stuff for you this month, what with the 12th house and this Mars for the first couple of weeks, developing your spirituality. And Sagittarius, you do rule religions and spirituality and being able to see that big picture. So this is a great time for connecting with people from different walks of life, different places, different cultures. You can make some really interesting connections, and you also might do some overseas business for the first couple of weeks of the month. The last couple of weeks of the month, from the 15th, Mars goes into your 10th house of career. This is a great time for pushing ahead with your career, your where you want to be. It's also maybe not the best time for working where people are telling you what to do. You need to try to be autonomous, because sometimes with Mars in this house you might get into disagreements saying, hey look, I'm doing it my way, this is the way that's going to work the best. So just keep in mind that you're probably going to be best working on your own from time to time without too much interference. But this 10th house Mars should certainly give a boost to your career. And you need to be proactive about it. Mars is where you put your energy, so what it's asking you to do these last 2 weeks of the month is to put it into your career and your work area. Now we had the new moon in your 11th house, and on the 18th we have a full moon lunar eclipse, so it is like a full moon on steroids. It's very strong, and it's in your 5th house. It's lighting up your creative spirit, the creativity of you. It's also a wonderful time for looking at a business, maybe starting a new business, changing a business that you're already in, finding new clients, different people. It shines a light on, are you having enough fun in your life? Are you enjoying yourself enough? And this is going to be a balance that will be going on for the next 6 months, because a lunar eclipse lasts for up to 6 months, the effects of it. So very important that you look at your uniqueness. What are your unique gifts, your unique talents? Really get in touch with those, and then how do I bring those into the world? This will be the balance that you are seeking. So you, your individuality, what's special about you, and bringing that specialness into something that's useful and helpful for other people. Now we have Mercury going retrograde on the 21st of the month until the 10th of November, and it's in your 12th house. So Sagittarius, it's an important time to do some very deep thinking. Really deeply think, maybe to do some writing, to write out what's going on in your life. A good time for preparing that book, for editing that book. Very good time for really visualizing what it is that you want to create. After all, your birthdays will be coming up fairly soon. So start to think about what you want for this next year coming. Obviously, main things usually apply when Mercury goes retrograde. Try in the first 3 weeks of the month to get most of your important documentations and important meetings, try and do them then. In the retrograde, it's time more for reflecting and also relaxing. Time out this Mercury retrograde for you in the 12th. Resting, relaxing, napping. Something you might not do ordinarily, but will be good to do. Just to, when we have a little nap, we reset our system. It's good. Reset, cancel, clear, off you go again, and then you're fired up on more cylinders. And on the 23rd, we also have the Sun going into your 12th house. And as I said a moment ago, time to think about what you've accomplished in this year and what it is that you want to accomplish in this next year. What are you going for? And to really just Allow that 12th house stuff. Yes, it may feel as though your energy is not moving forward as much as you'd like it to do. You are impatient, you're a fire sign, but it's important to do the reflective stuff, and the Mercury retrograde will help you with that, especially the last week of this month. So there you have it, my dear Saggies. I wish you a great month. Thank you for subscribing, commenting, feedback, getting in touch. I appreciate it greatly. Bye for now.